Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Well, Master Beer Review Classics, actually. Beer I don't know if I reviewed before, but I've been drinking it for quite some time. For a new brewery, at least. I saw a 4-pack of it. I haven't seen a 4-pack of it. We don't get a ton of it down Jersey. But we're talking about Newburgh. Newburgh, it's their brown ale. This is used to be one of my steady chuggers when I lived in Pennsylvania, because I would travel up to Orange County, New York, get out that way quite a bit, and it was just readily available, so I could pick it up. We don't really see a ton of Newburgh down here in Jersey. There's a couple spots we'll find them, but typically it's not their brown ale. I ended up finding some, got super giddy about it, so now we're going to review it. What do we have here? We have Newburgh Brewing Company. They're out of Newburgh, New York. Brown ale, soft and toasty. Drink fresh, store cold. Do we have story time? No, that's pretty much it. This has a date of, actually, it's pretty hyper fresh too. It is just a hair over a month old. Let's dive into it. Label-wise, this is Newburgh. It's pretty much what they do. They do this kind of mosaic of boxes on pretty much everything they do. So their labels are all very distinctive. You can see them from a distance, which is smart branding. I can say I'm going to sit here and talk about how much I love the art design, but at the same time, I know it's a Newburgh beer, which is half the battle. So, anyway, yeah, label. As far as the beer goes, guess what? It looks like a brown ale. I mean, from your perspective, my perspective, it could be a porter, it could be a low ABV stout, something along those lines. A rich brown in color, especially if you hold it up to some light, probably looks quite a bit darker on camera for you. Index finger of that nice kind of just barely south of malted, malt ball colored kind of head to it, and looks all the part of something nice, rich, and malty. Let's even get a nose. Yeah, it's got this super roasty, I shouldn't say super roasty, nice roasty, brown bready caramel vibe going on to it. So there's a nice toasty roastiness to it. Little hints of coffee here, but nothing too big. But more of that, again, that rich brown bready, maybe a dollop of probably not brown sugar, but maybe we're talking about molasses in there as the sweetener in that brown bed. That's kind of the vibe you're getting from it. So you get those rich, toasty, sweet grains with this just ever so slightest bit of hoppiness. Definitely an American brown ale. It doesn't come off very bittering or anything like that. Or British, I should say, not an American one. It tends to be quite a bit more bittering, but it has this it has just this nice rich softness to it. Something low ABV like this. You're talking about something. Did I actually spit out an ABV, y'all? Where the hell is it? Come on. You get 4.2%. Right there, staring me right in the face. That's where some of these labels that do this hyper craziness, you be a little bit hard to see things from time to time. But yeah, for sub 5%, nice, rich brown ale. It's coming off toasty and roasty, nothing too over the top. A little brown bready, again with a little bit of molasses. Let's just dive on in. Cheers, y'all. Okay. It's funny because I haven't had this in so long. I forgot there is. It's definitely more English than anything else. There is a little bit of a hop here. Nothing too crazy. I mean, again, you're talking about 4.2%. It's there, but it's definitely that malt leading the way. Again, that brown breadiness with that little bit of molasses touch to it. That nice roasty toastiness. Doesn't get too heavy-handed. A little bit of coffee vibes they got in the nose. Doesn't really follow through in a taste. But I would say this. The mouthfeel. 4.2% to get that rich, silky kind of mouthfeel, this low ABV, that's where this thing really drives it home. It's this rich creaminess. It's such a low ABV. And bringing that impactful malts with that little bit of pop of hops, balancing everything off. I mean, this is quintessential session beer here. I mean, nothing here I don't think is going to weigh really all that heavily on your palate, especially if you're a beer drinker, like someone that actually likes to drink beer. I skew team low ABV because I'm a big fan of actually having a couple beers. I'm all for opening a big, huge brewery, Grey Monday, and sipping on that and having fun with it. I'm talking with friends, playing video games, like to have a couple beers, and that's where I skew on a low ABV scale. And if I do that, rarely do the same beer over and over. Sit down, have a video game session, maybe drink pills, one of these, something else, that kind of thing, and mix it up. And that low ABV kind of affords that ability to do that and to get this level of impact, to get this level of flavor, richness, and again, mouthfeel is the big thing at this low ABV. It's hard to come by, man. It really is. And just a really well done package. Really good stuff. Like, really good stuff. Not just really good stuff, Mount Rushmore level stuff. Regardless, whether it's English or American, or whole thing, brown ale wise, is this Mount Rushmore status brown ale for me? Yes, I will chug this all day long. It is session fantasticalness in the best way. And it's one of those beers that I don't think a lot of people pick up. You know, and if you're into kind of just, low ABV beers, but also running a gamut of beers, not just sticking to low ABV haze and stuff like that, you like different styles. Man, it's definitely worth picking up. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. One of the better ones I've ever had. Yeah. I kind of wanted to affirm that feeling a little bit because I remember, it's been probably a year or two since I've had this beer, as I haven't been able to find it, and I just don't get out and about all that much. And to actually find it, drink it, and have it not just meet what I remember it being, but exceeding those expectations. Classic massive beer review classics. Going back to a beer I loved. Oh, there's a reason why I loved it, because it's very tasty. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Newburgh Brewing. Have you been there? I've been there several times. Actually, one of my favorite experiences at a brewery was at Newburgh. They actually did a small little hosting of Coheed and Cambria, doing an acoustic set just before the pandemic, and I was lucky enough to get there and actually go into the brewery before everybody else, and got to sit in a huge room with Coheed and Cambria while they set up and practiced and stuff like that, and it was very intimate and very cool. But outside of that, I've been there several times for the beers. And every time I go there, I have a blast. Beautiful spot right on the Hudson, right in Newburgh, right across the river from Beacon. So it's a very nice spot to go if you're into a little bit of a beer trip. You can go to Newburgh, hop across the river to Beacon. You got Industrial Arts. You got Hudson Valley Brewing Company. I believe there's a new brewery just opened there called Pillow and Oats. Draft Industries, I believe, is there too. It's a tap room. Very, very nice. Very cool spot. So if you're kind of ever looking for a little bit of travel, trying to get out there, definitely a cool spot to check out. Let me know. Have you been there? Have you had the beers? Have you had this beer? What are your thoughts? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little brown ale right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.